Instead of Floyd Mayweather facing guys who are not even boxers, what we would love to see is Floyd Mayweather face a guy he never faced before, a what if scenario. Fans always love to see two legends clash. Take, for instance, Julio Cesar Chavez. He's had a history of facing Floyd Mayweather's uncle, and he basically beat him twice. And so there's some history behind that. And Chavez, he's in great shape. Faced Jorge Arce 2 times. Was a dominant world champion from super featherweight all the way up to junior welterweight. So that would be a beautiful fight to see. You know, these are the kinds of things that I think fight fans don't mind seeing exhibitions for. Especially the fact that it's more of a worthy challenger. I know Julio Cesar Chavez is much older than Floyd, but he's an active fighter. And he's still fighting. Mostly in exhibitions, but he's still fighting. And so that would be beautiful, especially with the arguments and debates over who would win between Chavez and Mayweather. And given Chavez's indomitable spirit, his great body attack, his bob and weave style, and the fact that he even won fights against guys who were dominating him, like say Mildred Taylor, why not? It would be worth the while. Now this guy, Roberto Duran, classed as one of the greatest lightweights ever. This fantasy matchup could become a reality if Floyd was to face the older Roberto Duran. Now mind you, just like how Mikey Garcia had an exhibition fight against Eric Morales, it would be more like that, because Duran's like basically the age of Floyd Mayweather's father, Floyd Mayweather's senior. But again, a legendary fighter, a fighter who has shown so much in boxing, and yet even though he's not willing to take much punishment now, he's still got some of it. It would be fun. Not a 12-rounder, not an 8-rounder, maybe just 3 or 4 rounds. But it would make a lot of money. And Duran, of course, is one of Floyd's favorite fighters. Why not face him? And then there's the currently fighting Sergio Martinez, a legendary fighter and a contemporary of Floyd Mayweather, who Floyd never got the chance to actually fight. That would be good. Of course, Sergio right now is pro fighting, and he would probably have to retire, or he could probably just go and do an exhibition with Floyd. To me, this would be a great, worthy opponent. Even though Sergio is not, of course, in his prime, nobody's in their prime, it's still nice to see a fighter of that caliber facing Floyd Mayweather. Of course, everybody had lost a step. Sergio probably be doing more boxing than Floyd has. But the point is that it's just to see the skills on display. People love to see fights between two legendary fighters, as Roy Jones Jr. versus Mike Tyson proved. And that's what they want to see. Legends, even if they're not in their best, even if they're not winning, just to see them on display. I remember the what-if scenario if Muhammad Ali was to face Rocky Marciano. And they sort of played it out. They had some sort of computer calculation they did to play it out. But in the end, they actually faced each other.